Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Plink, and today we'll be discussing Sailor Moon versus Madoka Kaname. Okay, the battle between these two magical girls with bonds beyond the stars. First, let's start talking abilities. Madoka Kaname. Barrier and armor passing via the magic arrow, resurrection, light manipulation, death manipulation via purification, body control, size manipulation, summoning Kyobi decoys, darkness manipulation, perception manipulation, body puppetry, regeneration, statistics amplification, weather manipulation, lightning manipulation, and water manipulation. No, these were all the abilities I found on the Versus Battle Wiki, so that's what I went with. Sailor Moon. Shape-shifting, enhanced senses, sound manipulation, transmutation into moon dust only, telekinesis, magic, flight, immortality type 1, aura healing, light manipulation, energy projection, ice manipulation, reality warping, existence erasure via the silver crystal, breaking the fourth wall, force fields, attack reflection via the moonstick, durability negation, teleportation, power nullification, only for evil energy, regeneration, but it takes a few minutes, resistances to death, gravity, mind, fire, lightning, and soul manipulation, sealing enemies into crystals, or any form of items for that matter, life manipulation, sleep manipulation, and biological manipulation. Note, there are like 20 other abilities I didn't list, but these are the most important ones for right now. Now, let's talk stats. Madoka completely reformed the multiverse, which is stated to be made from infinite universes. She also ascended to a higher level of existence to become a conceptual entity as the laws of cycles itself. Madoka is at minimum a multiversal level being. Sailor Moon Usagi should be universe level because she's able to surpass people who stated to be able to return this universe to nothingness. But she's gotten stronger since then, so she's more likely stronger than that. But we have no way of really telling. But yeah, let's move on to weaknesses. Madoka's main weakness is if you destroy her soul gem, she dies instantly, no matter what. Sailor Moon Usagi's weakness. She can overtax herself if she uses the Imperium Silver Crystal's power too much. Okay, we've reached the end of the analysis. Now we'll get into who I think takes this debate. Let's break this down into 5 categories. Strength. This pretty much goes to Madoka. Sailor Moon and her feats pretty much cap at universe level. It's kind of hard to highball her to even get to Madoka's minimum power. So raw strength goes to Madoka. So that's 1 point for Madoka. Abilities. Both of these girls have counters for a number of the abilities. Like for example, Madoka can manipulate death, but Usagi has resisted death manipulation. But for sheer variety, Usagi has it in the bag. She has way more abilities, over double the amount, and I didn't even list them all. Sailor Moon Usagi takes abilities. Experience. This is pretty cut and simple. Sailor Moon is a 1,000-year-old. Meanwhile, Madoka's age is so grand, it's literally immeasurable. So, experience goes to Madoka by a landslide. Weaknesses. Specifically, how well they can exploit the other's weaknesses. The only weakness Sailor Moon has is something she has control over, because she can just choose not to use the Imperium Silver Crystal. Meanwhile, she could destroy Madoka's soul gem and finish the fight there and then. I'm giving this to Sailor Moon Usagi. Win cons. This has been a very close debate so far, and this debate is the age-old question of stats versus hacks. Because on one hand, we have Madoka, who is way above Sailor Moon in strength, but on the other hand, we have Sailor Moon, who has so many abilities, plus she could destroy Madoka's soul gem and finish the fight immediately. Both have options to win the day instantly. But if I had to give this point to anyone, it would be Sailor Moon Usagi. Now, my reasoning is that Madoka's abilities are just straight up countered, or I should say, most of her abilities are just countered or resisted by Sailor Moon. Depth manipulation, nope. She has immunity to that. Light manipulation, nope, she can do that too. Shapeshifting, yep, that can counter size manipulation. Life manipulation, nope. I say life manipulation, she could bypass Madoka's defenses. And even if you don't think that would work, she has an ability just to bypass defenses. So, yeah. Madoka would need to bypass Madoka's type 1... Oh my god, I'm so ass at writing scripts. Okay. Madoka would need to bypass Sailor Moon's type 1 immortality, which she could theoretically do via the magic arrow, but she would have to figure that out first, which would give Usagi more than enough time to destroy Madoka's soul gem, especially with her defense bypassing. So see where this is going. So after a long, hard battle, I'm giving this debate to Sailor Moon Usagi. So at the end of the day, and we see our reflections in the stars, only one golden magical girl reigns on top. The winner is Sailor Moon Usagi, aka Usagi Tsukino. Okay, this has been a fun debate. I really wanted to get this video out before Kai versus Tahu, just because I think this is going to be the next time. I really hope it is, because if so, I'm going to be so happy. Because I really like this debate. Both characters are awesome. Even though I have not finished both of the series, I've watched some Sailor Moon. I have not even picked up Madoka. I've watched Sailor Moon when I was like a kid. Like a kid. But yeah, I love both these characters. Both of them are goated. I would love for this matchup to happen. But yeah. And one more thing I wanted to bring up. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, existence erasure via the silver crystal. I don't know if it was just me, but I could not find any resistance for Madoka on existence erasure. Like, I just not find it on the Versus Battle Wiki. Like, I don't know if they just didn't add it, or like they're behind or something, but I just couldn't find it. But I don't think... Because it's also because of an item, so Madoka could theoretically just get rid of that item. I don't know. Like I said, not seen either show. I just went on Versus. Oh yeah, I should probably cite my sources. Yeah, all the abilities you see here, I've swiped from the Versus Battle Wiki. I know it's not the most credible source because they have some questionable ratings at best. But it's what I had on hand, so I went with it. But I love this debate so much. Sailor Moon versus Madoka gets a lot of flack. And I know it's not the perfect matchup, but it's still a great matchup, and it deserves a chance. So, yeah. See y'all soon. Next video is going to be the Kai versus Tahu battle. See y'all then. Bye-bye. I'm going to edit this and find a cool thumbnail. Wee. Also, sorry if it's echoey. I'm in my basement again. Wee.